This multimodal project is about my calling, which is manga. Some would say that it is not a calling, but this is something that I'm very passionate about teaching others. I want to educate people on this subject because there are a plethora of things people do not know about. When someone compares manga to anime, you'll end up finding many differences from the words being stated to the visuals that are drawn. A great example of this is Black Clover. In this series, there is a supreme ruler. He rules specifically in the magical realm. In this manga, he is referred to as the Sorcerer Emperor, but in the dubbed anime, they change it to Wizard King. The reason I think they choose this wording was to appeal to the Western audience. The audience does not understand Sorcery Emperor and is not widely known, but Wizard King is easily understandable in this area. It is similar to how Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was changed in the United Kingdom in the United States, which we refer to it by Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. A major factor between manga and anime is the unique look. The unique look is important. The image on the left is from the show Seven Seeds, and it came out in 2019. Looking at the picture to the left, it is easily examined as a good quality. The lines are not blurry or rough, the colors are clean and visuals are crisp, which in layman terms mean high quality. Almost every anime looks like this, besides being slightly different in style, but when compared to the source material to the right, you can see the vintage look from just the cover, and this came out in the 2000s. The lines are almost impossible to make out, and there are way too many to count as well. The only things kept from the source material were the eyes. Straight lines with round pupil connected. That was all that was left. The manga version has a unique style that is hard to portray in an anime form. Within a drawing, it is easier to add textures, like how the author made the textures in the hairs of the characters. The color is also hard to correctly show within an anime because it can go from cool tones to warm tones. You cannot get this warmish tone in an anime. It is animated and has too many visuals to do it, so it needs to be one singular image. I believe manga is I believe manga is better than anime because it can be very heartbreaking. In this show, it looks like it's for kids. It looks shiny and happy, but if you know about the show, Sana's background is not a good one. Sana is the girl in the top picture. She was abandoned by her mother when she was just a baby because her mother was only 15. And all the emotions that Sana feels are mostly joy, but when Sana instantly thinks about her mother, she becomes heart-wrenching. She does not know how to function when she thinks about the mother that abandoned her. The image that you see there are so bright and colorful. You will think it's a cute little anime, but in the manga it is so much sadder, just like in this slide. You will The picture in the middle is from the same anime that you saw before. You will not see someone get stabbed in the anime because it is targeted at children. But in this manga, it is being pushed towards young adults. In the image to the left, you can see the colors used to show the fun the two characters are having because it's a television show. But in the image on the right, you can see the sadness that's going through their eyes. He is crying for his father who may or may not die. Manga and anime are getting targeted at different demographics. Between the two, they both have funny scenes and different maturity levels of them. But in the end, manga is for young adults while anime is more focused on kids with some exceptions. Lastly, the emotion and betrayal is revealed within these two images in the mangas, and they are outstanding. In the image to the left, you can see how the girl's eyes goes from innocent to instant shock. In the photo on the bottom left, you can see how the shadows convey the limpness in the body. Having swayed located right behind the shadow reveals the raw feeling of death in the image. If you look at the panel to the right, you can see how the girl's eyes abruptly change from being colored black to empty with the whites. Immediate hatred is forming in just her eyes. All of her cuteness and innocence are gone, none left to return. Her father is the one getting stabbed in the chest. How could anyone recover after seeing their loved one killed in front of them? It is awful. Her grief will forever stay in her mind from this occurrence. The guy looks at her The guy looking at her is actually her cousin, whom she is supposed to marry back in this era. The hatred that she gains by just looking at him is astonishing and cannot be portrayed correctly in an anime. The emotions that is being conveyed in this piece is only in 2 back-to-back pages, which is bewildering to me. The feelings are so raw in the scene that you can only get this feeling from a drawing, from a page, and not a visual on a screen. After learning all this information, I hope everyone can see what manga has to offer and what else is out there for the world of anime. I believe anime can never live up to what manga brings to the table because there's so many more aspects that can we can see in just a few panels, images, and even drawings. Manga is something on its own. Nobody can change that.